Alright, welcome back to the channel. Warhammer Man back in the studio. Got our Sunday previews. Eldrich Omens has arrived, and the prophecy is foretold. Let's take a look at Games Workshop's little video.
Hello and welcome to This Week in Warhammer. My name is Max and I'm here to guide you through the next 7 days of your favourite hobby. There is one main event this week and it is Eldrich Omens, bringing some spectacular new Eldari and Chaos Space Marine miniatures with it. This box set has 16 miniatures in it and 15 of those are all new for this box. On the Eldari side you've got a wonderful multi-part Autarch, with a veritable smorgasbord of weapon and loadout options, meaning you can build the Autarch of your dreams. They're backed up by 5 incredibly detailed Ranger sculpts and 3 brand new Shroudrunners to add a dash of mobility to the force. The Eldari are going to need all of that new tech though, because they're up against the nefarious Warpsmith, a dark reflection of the Imperium's revered tech marines, covered in all sorts of evil mechadendrites, spikes and ornate trim. He's backed up by 5 surly-looking Chosen, bristling with powerful weapons and mutations that will definitely give the Eldari a terrible time if they can catch them. With a Forgefiend at their side, it might not be too difficult to prospect. Eldrich Omens comes with all of this, as well as a 32-page booklet featuring datasheets and narrative missions that let you play out a battle for a maiden world. You'll also get over 700 transfers split between the Eldari and Chaos Space Marines, which will let you detail your forces however you choose. If you're planning on picking up a copy of Eldrich Omens, you've got some time to brush up on how to paint their fancy clothes, which the Citadel Colour Masterclass will be doing an in-depth tutorial on, so your Rangers can stand out while blending in. In preparation for the imminent arrival of the Tau Empire, there's also a battle report between these technological expansionists and one of the original Space Marine chapters, the Raven Guard. The Warhammer Vault continues its focus on the end times, with the 3rd chapter of the Apocalypse of the World That Was, and White Dwarf 469 joins in. This weekend saw a whole host of reveals at LVO, but that was just the start. On WarhammerCommunity.com next week, we're going to be diving into a sizzling slate of new reveals, and scrutinising what makes the Eldari tick in Warhammer 40,000. Warhammer Live will be...
Alright, so there we have it. Eldrich Omens has arrived. Let's see what they have to say about it. Welcome to the Sunday preview, where we reveal everything about what's being released in Warhammer next week. It is finally the Eldari's turn in the sun, as the new Eldrich Omens box set goes up for pre-order on Saturday. It's packed with spectacular new Eldari and Chaos Space Marines, and they're so amazing, surely there's not much more to say. So we have obviously seen this Eldrich Omens box previewed already. This is the beginning of the new Eldari models. So we see it's going to include 5 brand new sculpted Rangers. They look great in the first iteration of Rangers in plastic. We see a new Autarch model with quite a few options that we have also seen previewed as well. And this is backwards compatible with the previous Autarch model available. Definitely a good choice on their part. And then we see our 3 Shroudrunner jet bikes. They are a pilot and crew, essentially like sniper jet bikes for like mobility and support fire. Pretty freaking cool. And then we also see for the Chaos side, we have a Warpsmith new sculpt model looking great. We have 5 Chosen models, and honestly these are just absolutely phenomenal sculpts. Very reminiscent of the previous like limited edition Chosen, but these look great right here. And then obviously those old Chosen are no longer available, so the opportunity to get similar or upgraded version of them is absolutely phenomenal. And then of course we have the Forgefiend / Maulerfiend, which is the only non-new model from the set. So on contrast of what we saw with the Sigmar set, this one does not have the same high model count, but it does have a bunch of new models. So like our recent Fury of the Deep and like some of the other Sigmar battle boxes that we've seen coming out have been closer to like 40 or more models for around that $170 price point. As we're here, we're seeing only 16 models, but we do have a large vehicle with this set, and then we have all the other 15 models are new. As where with the Sigmar boxes, we're seeing like, you know, a squad of basically 5 new models and then a new character for each faction. So we're seeing quite the contrast. This one has a lot more new models, but a lot fewer total models, as where the Sigmar boxes appear to have a lot more model count, but not quite as many new models. So, you know, just for a kind of comparison between the two sets, do I think this is still a nice set? I do. I like it a lot. I will definitely be picking it up. But you could argue that, you know, there's a different perceived value between the two of them. This has a lot lower model count, but you got to figure the 3 bikes, I mean, they're, you know, a nice little kind of vehicle deal. And then obviously the Forgefiend is a beast as well. And the way I really like to look at these battle boxes is you have to kind of look at them as 2 start collecting armies. You know, you get basically split it in half and then look at that as if it was a start collecting box. So like for the Chaos right now, in the start collecting box, you basically get, you know, a Venom Crawler, 2 Obliterators, 10 Chaos Space Marines, and then the Master of Possession. So in this, the equivalence is you're getting all new models, but you're getting the Forgefiend, you're getting 5 new Chosen sculpts, and then you're getting 1 Warpsmith. So the model count, quite a big difference, but arguably the value is still there because the Forgefiend is a pretty expensive model on his own, and then the new sculpts. And then same with the Eldar or Eldari. You know, they have kind of been in a weird place for their start collecting box because it was basically a Wraith Lord, a Warwalker, 5 Wraith Guard, and then a character. As where this is going to be a new Autarch, 5 Rangers, and then 3 of the Shroudrunner jet bikes. So it's completely different box. But, you know, arguably, that's the comparison I like to do between these. Because you really have to compare what you're getting in this box compared to what you would get in a start collecting. Because in all reality, if a start collecting is roughly $85 USD, and this comes out at, you know, $170, that's basically 2 start collecting boxes together. So I like to separate into, kind of look at it, and then assume you're paying some kind of premium for the models in advance to being able to purchase them separately. So if you're only going to use half these boxes, they're maybe not worth it. If you can find somebody to split with them, I think it's a great deal. And then obviously you get the rules ahead of time for these guys. You get the new sculpts before they're available individually. I like them. But again, I could see where, you know, these smaller model count boxes don't appeal to everyone, you know, in the same way that sort of like the Black Templar, you know, limited edition army box wasn't that appealing because the model count was so low. I can understand how somebody might feel the same way about a box like this, especially after 2 Sigmar boxes in a row coming out with like 40 plus models in them. So, you know, to each his own. It's up to you. I think this is a great box. You know, I want to get ahead of these Eldar releases and, you know, basically start picking them up as they come out and start building a little force up, painting them as they go, you know, in my spare time. That's for me. Also, I'm really excited about the new kill team as well for the, you know, Exodites. That's going to be awesome. So that's definitely going top priority for me. But again, it's up to you. I have a feeling, though, we know a bunch of Eldars coming down the pipe after this. I have a feeling Chaos will be afterwards. And there are definitely some confirmations or more leaks coming out saying that Chaos will be the other army in the new box coming for Kill Team. So that was what I suspected way back when. I released my video basically when this box came out, talking about how I suspected that it would take place in Nakmun. It would be called Nakmun, and it would be Eldari versus Chaos. And pretty much all those things have come true perfectly. The only thing is, I wasn't expecting it to be Exodites. So, or no, I'm saying the wrong name again. Not Exodites. The Corsairs. I wasn't expecting it to be Corsairs. So that is an added bonus because the only thing better than, you know, Eldari is, you know, space pirate version of Eldari / Drukhari mix. So definitely excited for this box. Definitely excited for what the new Kill Team set has to bring. So there's plenty to say about the excellent battle box, and there's not long left to wait to get your hands on the 16 miniatures split between the two forces. 15 of these are brand new and currently only available in this box, and 1 is a classic Forgefiend, which you can also build as a melee-focused Maulerfiend. The Eldari half is commanded by the new multi-part Autarch. The unmatched warrior boasts a smorgasbord of loadout options, befitting one who has walked every path of the warrior and emerged with the skills to pay the bills. So they're talking about the Autarch model. So obviously this is what you get for the Eldari half. Again, all new models. I like it. I think it's a great deal. I think these things will be super popular as people try to do the same as what I'm talking about. Getting ahead of the Eldar releases, starting to get them built and painted so that it can like trickle into an entire force. A lot of new Eldar players coming, I have a feeling. They're backed up by 5 detailed rangers, complete with camellia line cloaks, nasty long rifles, and plenty of kit choices. Okay, so that's cool. It looks like there's going to be some definite options in the kit. 3 shroudrunners add a dash of mobility, placing rangers on speedy new Raptor jet bikes to snipe targets before screaming off into the distance. The Eldari will need all the new tech and more because they're up against a nefarious Warpsmith, a dark reflection of the Imperium's revered tech marines. This insidious engineer is covered in all sorts of evil, mechatendrils, spikes, and industrial trim. And these models, again, low model count, but look absolutely phenomenal. I want to say like the Forgefiend or Maulerfiend kit is something like $70 on his own or something like that, $75. So basically, if you can split this with a buddy, you buy the Maulerfiend, you get the other 6 models basically for free. So again, it all depends how you look at it. I think this looks like a nice deal to me, a nice bargain. And I like that it's pretty evenly split between the two factions. So if you do split it with someone, you can split the price right down the middle and neither person feels like they're getting the short end of the stick. So and these chosen models, I mean, absolutely phenomenal. I like the diversity. These would be great for, a kill team. Most of these models are options and something you would probably take in a kill team. We got a plasma pistol and axe. We got a power fist, some lightning claws. We got a plasma gun. Oh, the combi plasma maybe. Well, arguably could go either way on the kill team thing. We'll have to see. And then obviously the mason bolter. But this dude is sick. Definitely looks a lot like the tech marine. But he essentially is a chaos tech marine, so it makes sense. He's backed up by 5 surely new chaos. Decked out with vicious weaponry and ornate armor, these elite Heretic Astartes are determined to give the Eldari a terrible time with a Forgefiend at their side that might not be too remote a prospect. Eldrich Omens also contains a 32-page booklet featuring datasheets, narrative missions, and a new theater of the war for you to play out the battle of the maiden world of Death. You'll also get over 700 transfers split between the Eldari emblems and Chaos Legion logos, which will let you detail your forces however you choose. All right, I got to just poke a little fun at this. Like, pitching that you're giving 700 transfers with the kit is like, I don't think anybody was like on the edge and they're like, oh, it does come with 700 transfers. All right, that's it. That's all I needed to hear. I'm going to go through with it. Let's be real. I think most people don't use transfers. The ones that do probably have ample transfers, and it's never going to be a selling point, I don't think. More than anything, early access to the rules, the data sheets, and all that stuff, and the models is more of a selling point than anything. And let's be real, Games Workshop knows that that's what they're doing when they bundle these boxes up. I don't blame them for it. Lots of companies do it. Lots of businesses do it. It's a good, smart selling technique. And overall, these bundles are a good deal in comparison to buying the kits by themselves. So I don't see anything wrong with what they're doing here. It doesn't surprise me. I think it's a good tactic, honestly. The story behind this box ties into the current Knockmoon season of Warhammer 40,000, doubling as an excellent place to get started with either army and a great narrative hook for the current season. And I think that's true too. And honestly, I think either one of these boxes would go well with the Start Collecting boxes currently available also. You won't need the speed of a Shroud runner to put your pre-order in next week. Eldrich Omens comes with a pre-order weekend promise. So if you pre-order this box at any point during the weekend, you're guaranteed to receive a copy, even if we have to make more to get it to you. This is much less relevant as of late because I can't even tell you the last time something has sold out, with the exception of like Black Library stuff. So the pre-order promise should be for like Black Library books. Nothing else has been selling out. So, but it's nice that it's there anyway. Maybe this is going to be the one that sells out. The City of Queen Mab, Pariah is the name of this book. The City of Queen Mab is built on twists and turns, mysteries, and mendacity. Fitting then the Elizabeth Bequin finds herself here, embroiled within a serpentine plot in the City of Shades. Bequin is caught between 2 former allies, Gregor Eisenhorn and Givian Ravenorf. So this is like an Imperial Inquisitor type book, apparently Inquisitor Eisenhorn themed. Yeah, I'm going to kind of skip through this stuff here. So we have the new Sisters of Battle comic book coming out here. So this is the 5th comic book of the Sisters of Battle series with an exclusive cover apparently. And then some Warhammer Plus stuff coming as well. A battle report and a how to paint camo cloaks. And then preview for the next White Dwarf. So yeah, that's pretty much it. No surprises here. We knew this was coming. And, obviously it's nice to... I like when they preview this stuff and then it comes out within like a couple weeks. It can be a little aggravating sometimes when you hear about something and then like 6 months comes by before it comes out. So hopefully as these like supply chain issues start to, kind of relieve a little bit, and as everything gets semi back to normal, we'll start to see basically like normal releases in between these timelines. Like for instance, we saw the preview of the new combat patrols not too long ago, and now here we see the Tau combat patrol. It was in last week's pre-orders, so now hopefully we'll start to just see the rest of those kind of trickling out as well, like 2 at a time or whatever, however they do it. So but that's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Make sure you like and subscribe for Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team, Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, and Warcry content. All kinds of news, reactions, reviews. We are a commission-based studio, so we show off the commissions as they come out of the studio. If you didn't see the video on the Adeptus Custodes commission that we just finished and sent out, highly recommend you check that one out. Came out absolutely beautiful. We do all kinds of painting tutorials, how-to videos. We got a new barricade video out for our Kill Team barricades. 3 easy steps to paint those bad boys up. And then, of course, we do magnetization videos, lighting, conversions, and all kinds of stuff in between. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.